everybody, it's Murphy Gray Hunter, and we are back. It is still Monday, September 23rd, and it's about 6:23 in the evening. All right, so this one is going to be the spell that I'm going to be doing to draw money to me through my clients. You guys know that I just started my new Town Witch business. It is a public group page. So, you know, feel free to look for it on Facebook. I do have a new Facebook page as well as my personal one. But this one is Gray Hunter, just like here, G-R-E-Y Hunter. On my Gray Hunter Facebook page, I'm going to be putting mostly a lot of my spell work on there. My videos that I'm posting will put on there, as well as products that I will be selling, products that I'm making, things like that. So, and then I have my group page, which is Town Witch, and the Town Witch will be the same thing. The Town Witch will be mostly all about my business. And the reason why I made two, because I have my personal one, it's just that I try to keep them as separate as I can. And this way, if I have friends that are just more geared to just witchcraft, and that's all you want to be my friend for, is just to watch witchcraft and or to see what I'm posting about what new ingredients I'm making. Like I made this powders and stuff, and you want to see what I made, it'll be on there on my Gray Hunter or the Town Witch group. So versus my personal ones, you probably don't care that I was at the grocery store fighting with this little old lady. I probably don't want to hear that stuff. So if you want to just gear more towards that, then definitely. All right, so this spell here that I'm doing is going to be, that I'm using to help bring customers to me. So in this one, I made the powder, I made my money mix that I put in here. And then I have my, clientele powder to draw clients to me and money by drawing those to me. And I'm working with them together. So that way I'm going to be bringing in success, money, abundance, and wealth. I'm going to be calling for that type of money through attracting clients. So I want to make this money by getting new clients. Now, if it was going to be for gambling, I told you guys it would be more geared towards gambling. But this one is, I want to attract money through clients. So that's why I'm working them together. So let me just show you a couple of things that I've done. On this candle here, I just simply put my name and my date of birth on here. And then I wrote a money sigil on here. And then I just put on here money, success, wealth, and good fortune. Because those are the things that I want to have in my business. I want money. We want money. We want success. We want wealth. And I want good fortune out of it. And so on this one, I'm going to put how I want to draw clients to my business. So I have my name in here, Murphy Gray Hunter, but I'm going to finish doing this off camera because this one's going to be a little more in detail. I'm going to put my business name, which is the Town Witch, and then I'm going to put exactly what it is that I want, you know, from this particular what I want to draw. You know, I want to draw in, you know, customers. With those customers, I want them to be, you know, paying customers, you know, returning customers, you know, just the things that you want to draw. So I'm going to be doing that and put in some sigils on there as well. And then I'm going to work them together. And on both of these, I'm going to make holes to put the stuff in. So instead of showing you on each one, I'm just going to show you on this one. And so this is what I'm using. These you get from like a Chinese restaurant. You get these two little chopsticks. Okay, so you just use one. And now remember, before I already used my Palo Santo and I smudged this. If you don't remember how I do this when I buy new candles. I clean all my candles. I use Florida water, and I definitely use my sage or my Palo Santo. Come on, catch a fire. Okay. I've already done these when I bought them, but if you haven't, you want to make sure that you're cleansing your candles really good, and also doing the inside. So I put it like this in the inside, and I put my hand over like this, and then, you know, that's clean all. And I do that with jars too. You stick it in there and close it up so a lot of that smoke goes in there. But however you choose to cleanse your candles, you want to make sure you do that. I've already breathed into this candle, but I'll do it again before I start my spell. It's simply just, you're breathing life into your candle. You're tagging your energy to it, especially since this candle is for me. All right, so I'm going to make the holes for my oils and for my powders. So you can use anything. If I was to have this like a piece of steel rod, you know how you find little pieces of metal or steel rod? Those are really good. They're also really good for carving into your candles. So if you have like a pillar candle, a taper candle, and you have like, this was made out of metal or something, because you know you can find them everywhere, like at the Home Depot and stuff, you know, because they're for other things. But just heat it up and then you can use it, and it melts through your candles really easy, so you can write sigils into your candles, so that way you can rub stuff in it. You know, like some people do the glitter. Well, you can heat up something and yeah. All right. Or you can heat it up and make holes in it, and it'll make a hole so easy. It'll go in there like butter because it'll be hot. Okay. So, and you can do this before you write on it, but I just wanted to write on one of the candles so I could show you how I write on it before, so you wouldn't have to wait. I guess I could have turned the camera off. Okay. See how you just stick it in there and twist it? Stick and twist. Remember, you get jumped by somebody. I tell my girls, you stick them with the knife and twist it. Stick and twist. Hey, you gotta protect yourself, right? Okay. Stick and twist, stick and twist. Y'all remember that. Say, ooh, how did you survive? Because Murphy Great Hunter told me to stick and twist. That's right, stick and twist and pull out so they can start bleeding out. Hey, if they're jumping you and trying to hurt you, you gotta protect yourself. Okay. All right. All righty. Let's get some of that out of there. And then you got 3 little holes. Isn't that cute? I have a little dropper. I don't know where I have my little dropper, but I do. But it doesn't matter because I put the oil in there and it goes right in. Okay, so this is for my money. So I'm going to use my money powder that I made. And it fits so perfect in here. See? And then I just put a little label on there. Guys, you got to do what works for you. Okay. And I've already enchanted this. And it smells so good. Okay. And you just put in there however much you feel you need in there. Now remember guys, if you're putting in powders that have, you know, like chunks and stuff, anything that you put into your candles, please keep an eye on them. Do not leave these unattended. If you are going to leave it unattended and you want to go to sleep and leave your candle burning, which I don't recommend, but if you do, you can leave it in your fireplace. You know, I know some people leave it in their tubs, but if your tub is made out of fiberglass, you might want to rethink that, unless you fill it with a little bit of water, you know. But in your fireplace is good because it's made for fires. Or you can do like I do. I do mine up here, and I keep mine in a container of water. I have a vase like where you get flowers from, and I put water in that, and then I put the candle in there, and it fits perfect. And that way I can make sure that if it should break, it's going to be in water. Okay. But if I'm burning the candle and I don't want to turn it off, if you are going to turn it off, make sure you smudge it out. You don't want to blow it out, because if you blow it out, you got to start all over again. But if I'm going to leave it burning, I want it to burn all night long. I will sleep right here in my recliner and stay up here and read and watch movies or whatever, because I don't want to go downstairs and go to sleep. And then, even though we have 25 smoke alarms in this house, but still. All right, so let's put some oil in there. I do have a little dropper, but it's over there. Let me get my dropper, hold on. I have two. This one is used for baby boogers, and then this one. Okay. All right, so I have some of my oil, and I'm just gonna stick that right in the hole and pour it in there. Since I have two holes, I'm gonna go ahead and put those in there. Trim mine out of the gutter. All right, that in there. And that is my success oil that I made. All right, so this money one is done. It already has my dried herbs in there. It has my oils in there. If you want, you can take some of your herbs. Let me show you, like, take a little bit of this powdered mixture, and you can put it right on the top there if you want. Okay, just like that. So this one is done. If you want to be fancy, you can put some little gold, you know, glitter, all that, but you don't have to do that. If that's, you can do whatever you want to your candle. So this candle here is done. It's already fixed. Its dress is blessed. And I'm going to continue going with this one. So this one is done. Let's put this aside. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off really quick and write what I want to write on here, and then get it ready so I can put it onto do the next steps. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, I already wrote what I want on here, and I wrote on here, Murphy Gray Hunter, the Town Witch. I want new clients, attract customers, success, successful business, money, wealth, abundance, and good fortune. And the reason why I put new draw clients and attract customers is because on my plate, man, this one goes in so easy. Either I'm super strong or this is a super weak candle. Look, I don't even need more holes, but I just want to do it because, look. Yeah, I do that same noise. It's because it's cheaper wax. This was from the dollar store. Yeah, you can definitely tell. And the other was from the Botanica. But we want it to work. All right. That was like butter, like butter. All right. In this one here, I'm going to put my Draw Clients powder in there. This one smells so good. Now, one thing I noticed about the candles from the dollar store is that they do burn really, really quickly. So if you're looking to see the speed of the spell, I don't really know if you can so much, you know, measure it by these, because they do burn really quickly. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Another good thing, a good thing about these candles is, other than because they're super cheap, and if you need to do several of these, say you're doing one of these and you're working this spell for 7 days, and you need to burn one candle for the next 7 days, you know, that really helps. But what you can do with these candles is you can put it simmer it over some water, in a boiling pot of water, simmer it, and now you want to hold on. They have pretty long wicks, so you can take a piece of tissue, or thread, tie it, and then tape it on each side, like tie a knot on the wick and tape it on each side, so the wick doesn't go anywhere. Or you can just physically hold it with your hand and melt it a little bit till it starts, because they melt really quick. And then once it's kind of watery and all that, go ahead and put in all your oils, your powders, everything you want, and just use a chopstick and stir it all up and then let it cool. But you want to hold on to that wick because you want to make sure that it stays, you know, straight up. And then you can do it like that. You can do any candles like that, not just the ones from the dollar store, if you want to incorporate it all into one thing. And so you see, I'm not really using a lot of this powdered mixture. I mean, what I'm doing is I'm putting some on top of the whole, and then I'm using the chopstick to, sorry, I was reading a message. I'm using a chopstick to smush it in there. Smush it. See? Smush. And do that noise too. Smush. Smush it in there. Ooh. Make that noise. Ooh. Okay. All is good. All is welcome into the light. All right. Now I'm going to use the same oil, my Success oil. Telling you guys, this oil is so good. Where's my, oh, right here. Some of my shirt. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the hole. And put that one in the hole. Fire the hole. All right. I know I can't be serious to save my life. Okay. Now that all is in there, nice and pretty. And I'm gonna put a little bit of this on the top. I'm gonna have to watch this like a hawk. All right, and there you go. Both of my candles are fixed and dressed. This one is for money. This one is my money. They both are using my Success oil, and this one has my money mixture that I made, and this one has my clientele mixture. And like I said, I made the holes, put that in there, put the oil in there. And you want to write on your candles, you know, write your name, your date of birth, sigils if you have them, symbols. You can definitely write things that you want on there. Use it as your petition, and then you can make another petition paper and put it in the bottom if you like. But since I have so much written on here, I will not be doing a petition paper because I have a lot of stuff on the candle itself. Now, then I have a plate. I have this plate here. This is a sigil for money. This sigil here represents to attract customers, attract, you know, customers, clients, attract money, wealth, abundance, and success. So I put that on here with a green dry eraser marker. Now, again, with this little trick with the plate, you can erase it and clean it with Florida water. I erase it, clean with Florida water every time I'm done using it. And then I can use whatever color marker I want. If it was for love, I use, you know, red or pink, whatever spell I'm doing. If you want to make this a permanent one just for money, because you want to do money one every single month, get a permanent marker, a Sharpie, say in green if you want, and write your sigil, write everything you want, put it into the oven just long enough, and sometimes it's only like 10-15 minutes. And what happens is that the marker bakes into the plate, and then you can use it all the time. But I have a couple of these plates, so I just reuse it over and over. Make sure that your plate is fireproof. You can get them from Goodwill. You can get them from wherever you get, you know, this one I got from IKEA. You can use clear, you can use white, whatever you like. Okay, so I'm gonna, since I've already done this, and I've already enchanted and put my intentions into all of these things before I showed you. Of course, I'm just going to show you kind of bits and pieces here, and then that'll be it. After that, I'm going to be, I'll be done, and I'll go off, and I'll further work my spell off camera. But I just want to show y'all how to put this together. You don't have to use a plate if you don't want. I love using plates. I love using mirrors when I'm trying to draw and attract things. But since I'm using 2 candles, I'm not going to use a mirror. Normally, I'll put a mirror on the bottom and put 1 candle on top. So I'm going to put both of these together. Because remember, I'm using these together to draw clients. To draw clients and to draw money my way. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Give me a second here. Okay, here we are. So here is my plate. I have it set in here. And so what I like to do is to put things around my plate that I can use for, in this case, I'm trying to draw clients. Normally, when I'm trying to do something to draw clients, I would do a spell that I have 3 candles. And it's usually one that it's a candle for calling clients. It's another one for Saint Martin. And then there's another one for business. And I would normally, there are 3 candles, and I would do 1, 2, and 3. But in this case, I don't have that, so I'm using my own. So I like to put things around my plate. Okay. This is just going to be some sugar. Because you want to make sure that you're going to be running a nice, remember I told you I really want my business to, I want to attract good people. I know you can't control the people that you get, but in this business that we're doing, isn't it nice to attract good things? I know that's something that's super important to me, to attract, I want to sweeten it, you know, I want to sweeten my business. I want it to be a nice business, good flow, good energy, okay? And I don't do it in any certain way, you know, I just do what works for me. I just make sure that I make a circle around it. Again, I wouldn't be showing you these things if I didn't know that it didn't work. These are stuff that I've done. It works well for me, and I try to show y'all things that I have tried and have gotten, you know, success from it. And also too, to show you that it doesn't have to be that difficult. Coffee beans, it doesn't have to be that difficult. It doesn't have to be, you know, for me, just for me, it doesn't have to be a certain day, a certain time. You know, I know that usually Fridays are good, you know, for money, or pick a certain day. I do what works well for me. And if it's been working well, I continue to do it. Okay. Bay leaves. And these, doesn't matter. You can just put it right around there like that. When I'm done with the spell, I take all of this and I dump it outside and give it back to the earth. Because everything that's on here is definitely earth friendly. So I'm just going to spread some of this my clientele mixture. Just going to pour some of that around it as well. Because it has all the ingredients that I want. And where's my other one? Where's my other one? Right here. I don't know about y'all, but when I do spell work, I make a hot mess. I got a mess in here. Okay. And the last thing, I'm selling my clothes. This is just some of the stuff. Holy cow, I almost broke it, Batman. This is just some of the stuff that I was using. These are clothes. You know, it's all about the presentation. This, you definitely don't have to do this. This is just something that I like to do. Okay, so that's done now. Let me turn it around. Here, I just put all of this stuff around the plate. And so your spell will look like this. Now I'm going to do the rest of it off camera, which means I'm going to go put it on my altar over there. I'm going to do my prayer and call on to Santa Muerte to come help aid me in my call, do my candles over there, light my candles, do my enchanting. I'll do all of that off camera so I can get my spell going. But I just wanted you to see the steps that I do when I'm making spells for myself or for anyone else. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them down in the comments. Again, everybody does things however they want to do it. Turn y'all around. This is just the way that I do it. There definitely isn't any right way or wrong way of doing it. You know, everybody does stuff their own way. Do what works for you. If something works, great. If you have something you can add it. If there's something you don't want to put in there, then don't put in there. Definitely when I'm showing you guys, so just me, myself, when I'm showing y'all spell work or I'm showing you recipes, these are just my own. And this is just what I know works, what I have. You could definitely tweak it. You can add, take away, whatever you want. This is my way. So your way may be this way. I'm not saying my way is the right way, but this is the way that it works best for me. And I've gotten good results from it. And I've done the spell for other people who have businesses and it's worked well for them. So again, I don't want anyone saying, oh, that's not the way you do it. You know, because this is just how I do it. And anyway, I just wanted to share it with y'all, show you how easy it is to put a spell together. So now the hard work is left. This was the easy part. The hard work is over there in my altar, putting in the put in the prayers, the concentration, you know, your dedication, your energy, and putting all your energy into it, putting your intentions into it. That is where the hard work for me is there. So, all right, guys, I hope y'all like this spell. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. As always, love y'all and blessed be. Bye.